Does it look like Sweden in the background?
Fuck yes, it does.
Awesome. That's what we're looking for.
This is Culinary Crossings. Join us on our first tour through Europe as we embark on this amazing culinary adventure with our culinary team, TJ, Jeremy, and me, Megan. Our goal is simple: travel, taste, and learn. Let's go.
So yeah, Sweden. Ulsa.
I think we did really good in Sweden.
I think
so too.
I think we did really, really good. Footage-wise, interviews, got a lot of really good stuff.
Yeah, we went to the palace, got some B-roll of that. Then we came across Old Town.
Yeah.
And then we came across this place called Monk's Porterhouse, which we just happened to come up on, and we went inside.
Yeah, it looked interesting. I was like, let's check it out.
Totally.
And the
sick.
name was catchy, Monks. So like, oh, that has to do something with brewing
It
beer.
has to be-
So they're like, we'll come back after 10 when we're closed. I was like, awesome, so we can get like a little after hours interview. So we came back.
We went and got pastries first. Don't forget.
We had princess cake, yeah.
We got some princess
With your
cake.
first princess
My
cake.
first princess cake ever,
For
and I
the
felt like a
sugar
princess afterwards.
Yeah. No, I was a sugar princess.
I can still feel like a princess after eating it though.
Okay, you can feel like a princess.
God.
And then we went back to that Monk's, the
porterhouse.
Porterhouse, yeah.
Yeah.
We got a quick tour. He served us some sweet beers.
He started out this interview with just laying out in front of us different sizes of wine and beer glasses. So I already knew we were in for a treat after he laid out all these glasses for us. He went over like the concept of the whole place, how long it's been open, and then he just started like pouring us a couple beers that we could taste. And I remember the first beer we had was a very heavy chocolatey beer. And then it went from one extreme to the next with a very sour beer. So it was like two different sides
I was not a fan of the sour
that we got to taste.
or the
That was
chocolate.
so delicious.
And then he brought out the food. So we had 3 different entree dishes that we tried. One was 3 different types of sausages.
A sour barley, the venison, and classic pork.
And then 3 different sides of potato
Yeah.
to go with it. Potato salad, potato puree, and then
New potatoes sauteed.
But the thing about Monk's is that the Monk's Porterhouse is they said that they don't pair your drink with your meal. They pair your meal with your drink. So you start off with what you're going to be drinking, and then depending on what you're drinking, they'll give you options for food. So I thought that was a very, very interesting concept.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Right.
and they all have all different types of alcohol there. We have wine and beer. They have a variety, a crap load of everything.
Then they brought out the suckling pig. That was good.
The suckling pig, yeah. When they brined it like with heavy herbs, and I tasted heavy tarragon, and it was so sweet and juicy. It was so good.
They let it sit in its own juice overnight for hours, and it just
So
falls off
juicy,
the bone.
yeah.
It was so good. I
So
just
tender.
could not get enough of that. It was so amazing.
It was amazing. Yeah, you got 2 totally different tastes and textures from the outside skin, and then you dig into the meat area. Totally different.
He paired that dish with 3 beers and 2 wines, a red wine, a white wine, and then 3 different beers.
Yeah.
And what was fun
it
was
was a
that
sour.
each of us liked different beers.
Yeah, we each had a favorite that we had throughout the night that we kept on sipping on more than others.
And that worked out perfectly because we all liked the 3 different ones differently. And
Yeah. I went more for the sour, and it completely balanced out the barley and.
I went for the sweet.
of
the
course you
middle
did.
one.
Of
And I
course
like
you
the
did.
farmhouse one that tasted like cow shit.
Why do you keep saying that?
Because it did.
Well, then why'd you like it?
You've had cow shit.
Tastes like cow shit. I like
You
cow
like
shit.
cow
Yeah.
shit? I guess.
All right.
And the third one was like their sampler platter. It had like a
charcuterie.
sausage,
Platter.
cheese,
It was
and
Yeah, he
crackers.
did a charcuterie
My
platter.
favorite was the reindeer pate with the lingonberry jam. Oh man.
I did not like pate prior to this because I had a very bad experience with pate when I was in culinary school, and this changed my mindset on that. It was really good.
This pate was serious pate.
That blue cheese.
They had a portion, yeah, with the blue cheese and the
Oh,
cracker,
that
and
was
you chase it down with the chocolatey beer.
with the
stout,
imperial
which was
stout.
blue
Yeah.
cheese was soft. It was creamy. It was very, very good.
It was sharp, and then you had the deep chocolate coffee imperial stout. That totally just amplified
Yeah.
the flavor. It was incredible.
I was gonna write off the chocolate stout, and then he's like, wait, try it with the cheese and try it with the dessert before you write it
It will
off.
blow your mind, which it did.
Oh, man,
And
truffle,
so, yeah. So I actually liked it after pairing it. When you pair it with by
It's all about the
itself,
pairings.
by itself, I didn't like it. All right.
So yeah, that was it with the meal portion. Then we took the
truffle. We totally
truffle. Yeah, didn't you just
the
say
main truffle.
Oh, the truffle, yeah.
And that we paired with the
So
beer.
it was a dark truffle. Dark chocolate.
Dark chocolate.
Dark chocolate truffle with freeze-dried raspberries and I want to say a jam on top as well.
Yeah, it was like
It was really,
That was delicious.
It was really intense.
It was like a
really
small little
flavorful.
portion, but that's all you needed because it was so rich in flavor.
Yeah.
You got
it
what
was
you
so
needed from the
intense.
dessert just with that little piece.
And then when the Imperial Stout was just incredible. It's just chocolate on chocolate.
So needless to say, we had a very good experience
Yeah.
there. We drank a
Very
lot,
good meal.
ate a lot. Then we saw a little bit of the place in like downstairs, just the surrounding areas, which was awesome.
He just gave us a tour. They specialize mostly in beer, but then they also have a wine room and then a whiskey room.
It was older than our Constitution.
and that's pretty damn old.
That building was older than our Constitution.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Like he was telling us that soldiers would be in there back in the day and they would sleep there and then go back to war the
Yeah.
following morning.
And it's interesting because a lot of these places that we do go into throughout Europe, they are really old. So not only are you just walking in these beautiful establishments, but you also get a sense of
Walking
the
through
history that's
history.
been going on these several hundred years. It's amazing. It's
And
mind-blowing.
I believe you said that it's illegal to add changes to it. That's how
Yeah.
incredibly old that is.
So they have to like set up things and they can't nail things into the wall. So everything's basically movable. Like they can pack up and leave.
Freestanding
Yeah,
structures.
freestanding structures. Yeah.
And I like it like that because you get to keep the historic parts like that intact, which is amazing.
They also have beer making classes, right?
Mhm, they
Beer
offer classes
crafting.
there.
You have to make 8 months reservation in
That-
advance to
that's crazy.
get in that class.
It's almost as bad as Noma.
Jeez, man, yeah.
Yeah. And then I mean, basically after that we went back, and we went back to our hostel. A couple people were still up, and we met some people, got to talk, and had some tea before we went to sleep. That was nice.
That was nice.
It was very nice. And yeah, that was our first night in Sweden. So yeah, second day.
Second day.
Second day.
Second day of Sweden. What did we do?
We had our
had a slow start. Actually,
well, we
it
had
was nice.
yeah, because we actually got to sleep in because it was a good night last night.
Yeah, we got a
so
lot accomplished, and I felt like we had a really good interview the night before. So
We made breakfast.
We made some eggs,
messed around in the kitchen
Yeah.
with some.
had some coffee,
Some eggs and toast. It was
kept it
really,
really
It
simple.
was really pretty kitchen too. It was really
it was.
cute. It was
It
like a little
was.
coffee shop.
it was really mellow.
Yeah. Then we went to another restaurant, a beautiful, beautiful place in the outskirts of Stockholm.
Yeah, we walk up to this place. It looks exactly like a big house.
It is
but
a big
the way that
house.
it is pretty much
It's
a
an
big
old
house.
house that they converted.
But they
into.
converted it into this amazing, beautiful restaurant. They have outside seating area. They have the upstairs is like the party room. They have the downstairs area, which is for like the smaller, intimate gatherings. And they have the outside cooking
I
area
know,
on the
yeah.
patio.
And then
Really
they bought like old, I guess,
A shed.
gardening area, and
Yeah,
they
little
turned
shed.
it into a little
Little-
coffee
little
shop.
coffee
so
shop place.
they've got like everything going there.
He's worked at a one-star Michelin restaurant.
Went to
He's
France.
paid his
France.
dues, man.
Yeah, he
This guy
worked in
knows his
France,
stuff.
and he kind of built this house, converted it into a restaurant, and he offers both fine dining and the ability, for fancy
eat comfy,
people.
you
Yeah,
know?
a five course meal upstairs. We have business people, and then also downstairs like a family area where you can even order burgers outside if you wanted
It's
to.
really upscale food in a comfortable setting.
Which is an amazing concept.
right
really
next
nice.
Which
to
is
a park
awesome.
too.
Yeah, it was really beautiful.
The lady there showed us around the place, and then we met up with the chef, and he sat down and we had some wine with him. She had a cappuccino.
Yeah, a nice
Yeah.
rosé.
Talked to him about his life, got a little intimate, and then he took us into the kitchen where he prepared this.
Oh man, he
This-
made a
Herring.
dish.
More herring.
Yeah. A herring
Can't
dish.
get away from it. You're in
Can't
North
escape
Europe.
it
Northern Europe.
everywhere.
it's
But
like-
this one was
yeah.
doable because there were so many just different components that he added to the herring. It was very flavorful.
Yeah,
I
it
didn't
was really
taste
nice.
just the fish.
And then
It
he
was
let
awesome.
it
Yeah.
marinate in this really sweet juice.
Yeah, it was a sweet brine, sugar, a bit of salt. I think red wine vinegar. I think it was a
Okay.
Swedish red vinegar.
Yeah.
And he cut it almost sashimi style. First, he started off cutting off new potatoes. Played that up. It didn't seem like he was going anywhere with it.
And then he added
Then he started with the
eggs.
herring. Then he did the eggs.
I think the eggs and the potatoes were first.
Yeah, the eggs and potatoes first, then the herring, and then
And then
yeah,
and then at
There's
the
a lot.
end he
Bit of
got
shallots.
some clarified. Was it clarified butter? What did he
it was
say?
it was burn wasset.
a burn, and he put it on top. Oh my god.
It was so delicious, yeah. And then some rye bread crisps. Man, it
Give
was
it that
so
crunch.
intense. Yeah.
We started out this meal with a couple shots of aquavit, and we ended it with the L beer that he paired it with, which
It was
went
actually his own beer.
excellently.
Yeah, his own beer that he makes there.
It was a all in all good meal, good experience, good
And,
interview.
The
It was-
aquavit went
yeah.
down very nicely, very smoothly. I didn't have it. I hate taking shots, and this shot was not bad. It was
Yeah,
She's
she
gonna
actually
eat it.
didn't spit it out. Back in
I
the
actually
thing. It
didn't
was-
spit it out. Yeah,
She didn't have to take sips gradually throughout the shot.
which is. Yeah.
All right. But I mean, it was really nice. It was
So yeah, that
really
was
fun
pretty much
place.
our
That was-
experience
yeah.
in Sweden, which was awesome.
And now we are in Canop.
No, we're still in Sweden.
still
No,
in
we're
Sweden.
in Sweden, but we're not in Stockholm anymore. We are in
Nyköping.
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 So we're in Nyköping.
Here we are.
Who knows where the fuck we're at? Man.
And doesn't it look like Sweden behind us?
It looks like a lot of water and grass. Almost like we're at
we're
Lake
in Sweden,
Minnetonka.
so it looks like Sweden.
It is. We are.
I'm gonna bathe in the waters of Lake Minnetonka.
You ever been to northern Pennsylvania? Good. Then we're in Sweden.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to Culinary Crossings YouTube page for more videos.